Hello, my fellow vampires! This is Mloentje, and welcome back to V Rising here in the Secrets of GloomRot update. In the previous videos, we've been, well, basically talking a lot about building bases and such. And I feel, and apparently some of the viewers feel as well, we're gonna need to see more action and combat in this game. Because I got a comment on my previous video. I think it was my previous video. No, it was on the second video that I brought out, where I basically went over, we made some progression through the V bosses. And he, I hope I don't butcher your name, but it's Estiani or Saintiani, I think. I would love to see more gameplay and not just the last 10 seconds of every boss. It feels like highlights. Not trying to be an ass, but I would just love to see more in each video. And you're right, I did like make it into highlights and not into boss fights, but this basically has a reason. In every game that I play, whatever game I actually like record, at least the ones that I record, I do not like to record the footage or the, well, game or fights or instances or dungeons or whatever I do that I record. I don't like to record them twice. Now, I can understand if you're kind of new to this channel, you probably didn't see me fight those bosses in my first season of V Rising. And it makes sense that you kind of want to see them this today in this series as well. So, it's not that I don't like it, and it's not that I can't change. So, yeah, for today, we are, of course, gonna make some progression. So, yeah, if I pick up my sword, can I pick up my... No, not build. Pick up the sword. Yeah, there we go. The Reaper in this case. And we go check out the V-Bloods that we have not beat yet. We basically come across the Putrid Rat, which we need to spawn inside of our base, I do believe, through a vermin nest. Now, I have no interest in the rat form whatsoever. It's not something I ever use. Later on, we're probably gonna go for it, but at this moment, it's not progression. Ferocious Bear, exactly the same. Like, there is no progression in the Ferocious Bear, because any gate in the game or wall or whatever you can break down, you can do it with explosives that are way easier to make. We do have Polora the Feywalker, which we are going to start off with. She's got a large growing plot collection and garden foundation, and especially the large growing plots. We need to start our flower farm so we can start making those potions like the minor garlic resistance brew and, well, basically our healing brews, right? We also got Nicholaus the Fallen. Now, I'm not really interested in the paper press, but I do want to take a look at it, because previously, well, before this update, it was more time consuming farming the materials to make paper and scrolls with the paper press than it was to just farm the scrolls. So definitely looking forward to seeing if they kind of changed something, if it became cheaper to actually unlock your research. We did Banshee, of course, we did our Beatrice the Tailor, we did Vincent, we did Tristan, we did Creek. Christina, definitely interesting because she's got wool thread, so definitely something that we're gonna need to do. That's progression. And then we got Leandra the Shadow Priestess. She's got the artisan table, which means a new tier of, well, jewel crafting. Basic, well, rings that we can carry. She also got the Scourge Stone, definitely interesting once we go into silver tier, of course. And Dusk Caller, this is something new. Summon a swarm of bats to transport a subdued human back to the nearest unoccupied prison cell within your realm. And what I can understand out of this is basically we used to have to run our servants back home next to us. And in my first season of, well, my first Let's Play of V Rising, I brought out a video where I showed you the death of 20 or more 100% V-Bloods that I tried to get home from here to here, and they just, I couldn't make it. They get shot, they get killed, they got pushed off, whatever it happened, they died over and over. And it was such a, well, I started laughing green all of a sudden because it was so frustrating. But you're telling me now, as long as I have a prison cell that's open, I can basically just fast travel the 100% that I capture back to my base? That is incredible. That is exactly what this game is missing, guys. Holy crap. That's gonna be a load of frustration away from a lot of players. And once they're actually in our prisons, we can just take them back out and make them into servants. So if you're not sure where she's actually located, it's down here in the bottom, in the Tranquil Gardens. And here she is, Polora the Feywalker. This is also a really good spot to actually farm up your flowers, guys. And with a wolf that actually heals her. she can be a formidable enemy. These kind of have like a shaggy pattern, so definitely something kind of wanna... Where the hell are you going? Ah, damn it. She's going in the wrong direction. Now, we are a little bit overpowered for her, guys. I do have to mention. This is also why I wanted to... And she starts summoning these wisps who shoot on their own as well. And the max wisp that she can actually call is 2. They can become an issue. Like a real issue if they start shooting you up. And you're too low level. Yep. Nah, I still got hit. I still got hit.
Spirits, hear me.
Oh, that's the wolf. And another summon. Watch out for that. And yeah, you're running this way. I can see you. This is why I still love the Reaper, guys. It's basically AoE damage in a single point. So if the boss or the enemy doesn't move around too much. No, that was bad. That was basically a heal for her. I'm actually getting hit a lot and I don't have any healing on me. Holy crap. How you can be so stubborn. You're level 35. You should be a piece of cake for me. There we go. That's a good one. You missed the wolf. One more. Yeah, if you're not really sure, just use like a stone like this. Just constantly. Where did you go? She should have healed up a little bit. Yeah, we got her. So just use a stone to line of sight, guys. And yeah, because she was so low level, well, lower level than me, I wasn't really paying attention to my health. I was like, even if I go down a little, I'm not gonna get killed by her. That's way too easy. And she should give me the wolf form.
I feel stronger.
You feel stronger? Okay. Now, like I said, there's a lot of flowers here, guys. So if you're early game and you kind of want to like pick up flowers and the seeds, this is definitely like a good location to do it. You can see all the... a lot of pollen that drops. I don't really get why the pollen drops on the floor and you don't just automatically pick it up like everything else. Like if we chop down like blood rose, it instantly goes into our inventory. But pollen drops as a resource. Yeah, you can see here a lot of red, a yellow, a lot of white, a couple yellows. And definitely a really good spot to farm up your first resources and your first, basically, well, yeah, like I said, you have a chance with, I think it's higher with the sword. That's why I'm using the sword. To actually get your hands on... There we go, snowflower seeds. And then, well, basically every flower that you hit with a sword. It says, for the sword, it does say all-around weapon that deals physical damage, has a greater effect on vegetation and thickets. From what I could understand, it was always a fact that you got an increase in a possibility that seeds would drop, but I'm not sure about that. I'm not gonna say that is a fact, but that's how I always thought it would actually work. And we also got some trippy mushrooms here. That's the first time I see this here. Anyway, guys, like I said, I'm gonna farm up this location. Gonna farm all the plants. It's almost daytime anyway. We're gonna need to wait for nighttime to actually go to the next boss anyway. So we're gonna bring you guys back once we are with... quickly take a look. There we go. Polora the Feywalker. So yeah, Spectral Wolf. Then I have a Spectral Wolf that bounces to nearby enemies after each hit. Up to 2 additional hits. Deals 125 magic damage on the first hit. Subsequent hits deal 85 weapon damage. Each hit inflicts weaken and grants a stack of Phantasm. Now, it doesn't really say what Phantasm actually is. Which is kind of strange, but... Oh yeah, we've got her. So the next one on the list is Nicholaus. Once we go towards the Forgotten Cemetery, where our next V-boss is, there are a couple new enemy types here that I noticed. And apparently some of them really do hurt a lot. The skeleton crossbow, not real strange, but this dude over here, that explosion, that takes away about 10% of my health. If it isn't 15. So definitely something you need to take care of, like pretty early on. Like make sure that you just nuke him out. Because once they come flying towards you, you basically don't really have a lot of time to kill them anymore. And they do hurt. Now there is a second enemy type here. Not really sure if I can find him. That is an assassin. Oh yeah, there in the background is one. Okay, nice. So you're gonna stand up again. Yeah, you're gonna stand up again. Die. Now this is also why I wanted to do these feast bosses now, before I became just way too powerful. The Undead Assassin. And he's got a couple tricks up his sleeve, so he can dash forward. He can go invisible. Jab you and stun you. And actually, as you see, I wanted to swing at him, but he took a step back. He's got some skills, like holy crap. But they do drop like double grave dust and bones sometimes, so definitely worth killing those or farming those. So if I remember correctly, this dude gives us corpse explosion. He does has a couple interesting abilities. Got a teleport behind him. And there we go. And he has a big summon for a lot of skeletons. Like these are not his summons yet. Here we go. So four summons, and he keeps on summoning. So you do want to make sure that you basically... Oh, that hurt. That you basically kill them all. Because they're gonna stack up. Like, I think in my first Let's Play, I died a couple times because I had like 12 little skeletons farming me. He also has like this spell here. And a teleport with a fear. I don't remember the fear being there the last time. Good, still hitting him. Stupid. Here we go. So now he summons like 8 or 12 at the same time. Definitely interesting. Let's gather them up. Nuke them all down a little bit. Come on, come on. Gather up in one place. Okay, nice. Let's nuke him from the side. Can't. Pick up the health orbs. And this is why I love this scales so much. It's just so good at chasing enemies in one line. Yo, let's try to avoid all his bombs. Yo, no, got feared. Try to directly damage him. Line it up. AoE it. There we go. A lot of bones dropping, so that's always really good. This is a perfect time to actually cast with your Reaper, right? Because he's in the same location anyway. And he's... Oh! Teleported. And he's down. There we go. Hell yes. And we do got a couple strangling zombies behind. Really, really nice. So yeah, he does got some tricks up his sleeve. And if you go in here with copper, you definitely want to bring some healing potions. Because he can be a pain in the ass. There we go. And like I said, I think he gives corpse explosion. I'm not really sure. Let's pick everything up, rats included. And let's check out a corrupted skull. So launch a projectile that deals 80% magic damage, summons a skeleton, and inflicts condemn. An attack deals 40% damage to enemies below 30% health. And a paper press. There we go. This might be a little bit more tricky because there's a lot of patrols that come through here. And usually I find her around the iron smithy or the iron forge basically, or the iron mine. Iron mine is it? But this time I find her here in the village I used to farm in. Like I said, it might be a little bit more tricky fighting her here. I just hope that not too much enemies are coming this way. He has like a lot of healing she can do as well. So, oh, and I didn't know she could actually respawn enemies. I didn't know. Here we go, another patrol coming in. Like this might tend to be a bit more disadvantaged fight than I want to. Let's take care of this brute first. We can always attack her a little later. This brute needs to go. Especially those archers.
In the name of luminance.
And this is such a bother. 79. Wish I could take in that blood, but I don't have the time for it. Dude, you should have been stunned. You ran into a tree. 20%. Oh, I got 34. Don't take it. Alright, everything. Because Jade's the vampire slayer, can run around here as well. And she's basically, she 3-shots me. So that might be troublesome. Now, as long as there's enemies next to her that basically are damaged, he will heal those enemies instead of her. So you kind of want to have her fighting other enemies as well. Well, you kind of want to damage the other enemies as well.
Shining blessings.
So she is healing her right now. And you kind of want to interrupt that healing. Else the fight is going to take like ages to complete. Or you just want to out-damage it if you can. I'm not really sure if I'm able to actually out-heal it.
This is my conviction.
Damn it. She's gonna heal. Oh, damn it. Fire archers as well. Another patrol coming in. Getting knocked around. Who got a couple health orbs? Go, 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 go. She's healing out healing herself. No! Freaking fire. Keep the damage up. No, no, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. All the knockbacks. I'm gonna need to cut out. I'm gonna need to cut out. And now the other patrol is basically running the other way. Almost got her. I got her.
Is this
Oh,
my
holy
reward?
crap. That was close. I couldn't even pick up the health orb because I was just getting knocked back by all the guys with the shields. Like, that is also, I think, kind of a new, at least the range. I'm not sure if the ability is new.
Taste of knowledge.
Taste of knowledge. Yes, yes, yes. I'm not really sure if that's new, but the guy with the shield you see here, he's got like a huge knockback. And the range on the knockback is definitely something new. Like, I know they didn't have that range before. 48 is actually pretty good. Again, if she would blast me with fire, I would be dead. Oh, there we go. Another one down. Really nice. Because that was already a little bit more of a tricky fight. I'm gonna go have to go. Yeah. I'm not. Holy crap! I'm losing my words. My heart is pounding from that fight. I kind of need to empty my inventory, guys. I'm full before I go on the next one. There's something I was expecting to actually come with this update, or maybe even later on. I love to set up chests for everything. Bloods, bones, hearts, whetstone, scorchstone, jewelry, books, research, tail ring, threads, leather, hide, and then armor, weapons, fiber, stones. Yeah, you can see the list goes on and on and on. Plants, all the flowers, all the mushrooms, animals, jewels, gems. Like, animals is just basically rats and fish and such. But I was thinking that it would be a huge time saver for a lot of players if they could just click a button and everything in their inventory would get transported towards... Well, basically, if you already have this item in a chest, it basically stacks on top of that chest. There are other games that also do this. Like, you just press a button and it goes instantly into the inventory that it's already at. If it doesn't have an inventory slot, or for instance, let's say I don't have any copper in here, and I would press my button, the copper wouldn't go in there. But if I had 16 in here and I would press the button, this copper would actually go automatically into this chest. No longer the need to actually do this. Open every chest, and every time compulsive count. Just compulsive count. Just compulsive count. See where I'm going with this, right? It's a lot of time saver if we could have something like this, guys. But yeah, it's not here. Maybe later on in the game we'll have to see. And yeah, storage room, as you can see. I love the look of it. Definitely need to look at the walls. Gotta change that up. So next Feeblood, and the last Feeblood that we're gonna do for this spell book, blood. And we do have a new spell. It's an area of effect. And it basically does damage and then puts leech on it. So if we do damage now, we should actually heal. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Like, the spell said that we were gonna do leech, right? Let's quickly take a look. Summon a pillar of blood, healing allies for 40% of your spell power. So not yourself, but only allies. The pillar erupts after 1.2 seconds, inflicting leech and dealing 75% magic damage to enemies while healing allies for 60% of your spell power. But leech means that if I do damage on him, I basically get my health back. But it didn't give me health back. So kinda strange, I find. If I remember the fight correctly, she basically makes it like completely dark. And in those shadows are like these guys. And they just run towards you, try to hit you. Oh, snare. And then they vanish. And I think that's also the spell that she actually gives. Oh, here comes another one. And yeah, 40 damage, guys. They do hurt a little bit. Good, got a hit in. Didn't stun her though, but I got her to half health. Meaning that I actually get some... And now she should actually make everything dark. Let's heal up. Yeah, there we go. So now, you basically want to start hitting everything that you can around you. Like constantly. So once you hit them, they vanish. But you need to hit them to make them vanish. Else they basically will... Whoa! And 3. And they should come back if I remember correctly. Nope. They didn't come back this time. So those 3 actually, like, bypass you. Oh, and they explode this time. So if you hit it before you can hit him, as you can see, it basically... Oh, dark again. Where are they coming from? Hit. 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 Nice. Dodged them all. Oh, and last one I could dodge through my spell. Another one. 40 damage. Almost got her. That's a triple spell. Get out. Gonna be a close one again. Yeah, got her. Nice. Ooh, baby. That was again an interesting fight. And now we can actually start looking for our 100% fee bloods, guys. Because with this new ability, that's gonna change the game. That really is gonna change the game. And this is what I mean, like... This is what you need to have at bosses. Like, at a V-boss, you need to have at least, like, 2 chests. I feel that is, like, that should be standard. Like, sometimes you defeat a boss, but there's not even a chest there. And there would be a reason to actually go back and defeat those bosses again if there was actually loot behind them. Now, you could run in, you could open it, take all, open it, take all, and then just run back out. So... You didn't really need to beat the boss, but I always felt like there's not enough loot you could get after the bosses were defeated. Once you beat them, you basically never return to them. So let's take a look at what we got, right? Unholy. So now we actually have the Death Knight. Summon the Death Knight at the target location that performs a heavy melee attack, dealing 130 magic damage to nearby enemies, knocking them back and inflicting Condemn. The strike deals 70% bonus damage to enemies below 30% health. So really nice. That's basically those shadow creatures that we saw now, but now in the Death Knight form. And there we go. Leandra, the Shadow Priestess. Dusk Caller. It's a consumable we're gonna need to make at the alchemy lab. So definitely really interesting. I'm gonna check out. I'm gonna go back home and see what we actually need. I presume we're gonna need Scorched Stones to actually make these. But we're gonna need to make these to actually get our 100% fee bloods, guys. So welcome to my little alchemy room here. So blood presses and alchemy table. Dusk Caller. Summon a swarm of bats. 3 Scorched Stone and 45 Hell's Clarion. So it's pretty cheap, knowing that we're gonna make 5, guys. Like if I craft this up 16 seconds, I should craft 5 of them. That is actually really cheap, and it's definitely something we want to keep on our hotbar at all times, or at least in our inventory at all times. Yeah, look at that, 5. So in the next episode, guys, we are gonna check out if we can find some fee bloods, some 100% fee bloods. I'm gonna do the farm basically where I did the farm in my first season, and that is over here, because there's a lot of patrols. I'm basically going here because I can kill the enemies really fast. They're less difficult than the enemies I need to kill here. They have less health. And there's a lot of patrols coming in from here, and from here. And we have this little bandit camp. So overall, I found this location to be a really good farm. And now with this one, we should not actually have to, like, walk them back home. We could fast travel them back home. So that's exactly what we're going to check out in the next episode. How this works, and to see if we can get our hands on some nice 100% bloods. Anyway, guys, this is where I'm gonna wrap up this episode. If you want to see more of my quest progression on my Let's Play, or my journal progression, I should say, here in V Rising in the Secrets of GloomRot update, or any other game I might play on my channel, just hit that subscribe button. It would always help out a lot. I do hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.